I'm about to show you me spinning a coin 5 times and it landing the same way each time. I'm going to explain what kind of trick it is and what kind of trick it isn't, how your brain helps me fool you, and what might be happening as you watch me do it. When you see the coin spin and land like this, I can promise you that this was done in one take. There were no filters, there was no trick coin, there was no special spinning technique. Everything is what you see in camera. Me spinning a coin and it landing the same way, over and over. Why am I showing you this? What does it actually mean? The coin itself is a piece of British history. It's a half crown from 1967, from before decimalisation. It has Queen Elizabeth II on one side and a version of the coat of arms of the United Kingdom on the other. That isn't anything to do with why I am showing you this or what it means. When you watch me do this effortlessly and know every time I can get the same result, you would think I could do it forever, that I have entered some zen or flow state where I am naturally lucky and normal odds don't apply. It feels so unlikely that it must be a magic trick, and you want to know the secret. That is why I am showing you this, but it may not mean what you think. Every time I spin the coin, it has the same odds of it landing heads or tails side up. What it did this time before doesn't change these odds. And just because you've seen me get the same result several times in a row, doesn't mean that either outcome becomes any more or less likely. To believe it does is what is known as the hot hands fallacy. And let's discuss it. Our brains will either think I will continue to get the same result or get a group of the opposite result. Both of these are biases that don't actually map to something random like a coin spin. Prior experience doesn't tell you what is about to happen here. So, how did I manage to get the same result 5 times in a row? I only showed you the successful spins. I spun the coin dozens of times to achieve this result. The odds of getting 5 of the same result, one after another, are something like 1 in 32. The odds of me getting the same result on the 6th spin are 50%. The odds of me getting there to begin with are about 3%. Be warned, that is not the only trick I'm playing. By only showing you the successful spins, I have controlled your frame of reference and shown you only what I want you to see. Your brains have filled in the rest for me. Think about this the next time you look at something on social media, an advert or a demonstration of some new technology or product. Our brains fill in details for us based on available information, but the problem is our brains place too much emphasis on novelty and the unusual, and assume what is being presented is all there is. When you see the coin spin in a way where it seems predictable, you start to assume it must be common. When we see murder or crime on the news, we extrapolate it. When we see someone smile, we think their life must just be happy. We see the glamour and the ideal on social media and think that this is all there is, all there must be. And it is our primal brains that are doing this to us. Imagine I am showing you the video of the coin as if it were a product. I can boldly claim that it can give you the same result 5 times in a row. I wouldn't be lying. I would be omitting a lot of other details, and they should probably flash up in tiny letters at the bottom of the screen. There is an electric vehicle startup called Nikola. In demonstrating its vehicles, it filmed a lorry, truck for Americans, going down a road without using a combustion engine under its own power. This power was gravity. The road was on a decline and the vehicle was basically free rolling. They worded it carefully, allowing the observer to draw the obvious conclusion, the wrong obvious conclusion. Think about what I did. I decided spinning a coin would make a good visual. It was just about possible to do something that looked unlikely relatively easily. I sat with someone who worked out how to spin a coin so that it would be easy to frame. We got the footage of the coin, and then we cut it to show you exactly what we wanted it to. We didn't use a rigged coin. We didn't use a cheating technique. There were no external forces. We didn't use special effects or filters. We used time and a knowledge of statistics. People get statistics wrong. They overestimate how likely things are to happen, based on a combination of lack of understanding of how often things happen, and the overall impact of if they do happen. This is partly our evolved brains knowing the outcome of a deadly animal attack would be bad, so having to treat the likelihood of it happening as much greater because the outcome of it is so bad. As we move from likely to less likely, our brain's inability to handle big numbers comes into play. At a basic level, we just think in terms of a few and a lot, normal, likely, unlikely and small. We don't really consider the difference between small and infinitesimal. We underestimate how unlikely something is, until we flip a switch and overestimate how unlikely it is. If you think I've revealed all my tricks when it comes to spinning a coin and talking to you about it, think again. Play this video back and you will realise I didn't once say which side the coin came up. Although it's the hook and the visual I used to draw you in, it is irrelevant to me whether they were heads or tails. In a world of deception, presentation and omission, the product and result aren't important. Just how people can make you feel and what they can make you think. The next time you see a video of something that seems strange or unusual, stop for a second. It probably is framing the event or situation to create a result or impression, and there is a lot you're not seeing. You're not seeing what also happened, what didn't happen, what might have happened. They had to edit around to stop you realising.